Audio? Yeah. Audio's working. Alright, here we are in the basement, ready to change some tires. I'm going to reposition the camera so you can see the tire and what I'm doing. And let's just get this started because it's going to be interesting. So there is something going on. I'm going to keep looking at, make sure everything's in view. Manual tire changer. The tires we're changing, the old ones, the new ones. Let's start by pulling the valve cores. Now I didn't put it, just believe it or not, I didn't get a chance to do this. This right here is our valve stem remover tool. Not the stem, but the valve core remover tool. That's what it is. I meant to put a description in the thing, but don't worry about getting stuff down here. Had to run back and forth 50 times to move everything down here. In the middle of tire projects. This is not the only tire project I'm doing. This just happens to be the catalyst to get me going on the tire projects. Well, that one's losing air. Pull the other valve core out. Not changing the valve stems today. They seem okay. They seem pliable enough. If they were cracked or old looking or missing the cap, I would change out a set. I ordered a bunch of them. Haven't come in yet. Some of these tools I just ordered and haven't gotten them all. I did get my Nomar bar, which is what I wanted before I did this. Alright, I'm going to pull off the wheel weights. Start. This one on the front of this one. There's a little hole or a groove, something usually back there that you can get in there. Just get in here and just pry it up lightly. I want to avoid making damage there. Then take your old wheel weights and save them because we might need them later. We are going to balance this tire in the next video. Now you can see somebody did some crazy shit. Adding wheel weights. Inside, you don't have to be as gentle because nobody really sees the inside of the tire. Alright, so this is a manual tire changer. Link in the description below. You can get them at Harbor Freight on sale also, which is where I got this one. It was on sale for 40 bucks. Made some modifications. Ooh, see, this is where you guys are going to watch bleeding live stream. Oh. Alright. $40. Alright, so a couple modifications I made. First of all, plastic bucket I cut up. And that is so it doesn't scratch up the bottom. Plastic bucket cut up and molded with the heat gun. So it goes on here so that when I put this wheel on here like this, it doesn't destroy it. Now, my valve stem is here. We know that our sensors are down in here. And by looking at the valve stem, sometimes you can tell what type of sensor it has. If it's aluminum, it's definitely a sensor over here. If it's brass, but a lot of brass, but there's a shoulder here, that usually means it's a sensor here. But to be safe, if you don't know, just try popping your bead right here. Because your sensor's either here or here. So, we need to get this kind of in the groove. Alright, so this is the bar that comes with the changer. This will gouge the crap out of aluminum rim. That's why I don't use it for changing aluminum rims. So I got that. I made all these bucket pieces. Getting as close to the bead as possible. When you squeeze this down, let's hope for the best. Come on. Now this is a 50 profile tire, which makes her stiff. She'll come eventually. Maybe. maybe. See, it's twisting sideways too. Come on. That's soapy water. This is a vegetable-based lubricant in the water. Maybe this will help. This can happen with the expensive tire changers too. 50 profiles and below can be tough. 60 profiles, not so bad. Come on. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll rotate it, try it again. We'll rotate this to here. Try it again. Okay, so these tires were direction. Look, it says inside right there. This could take all day. You guys want to watch all day? Go. Come on. Oh yeah, she's vulcanized. Come on, baby. There we go, there we go, there we go. There we go. There it is. And again, with a little patience and luck, it'll come out. Alright, so that's broke. Lubricate this side. Stay up there. Alright, let's flip her over now. Hopefully this side won't be so bad. This side usually doesn't have such a lip on it, the barrel shape of the actual wheel. This won't pop off a little easier. Maybe not. Maybe not so lucky. Now you can see there's some scuff marks here, but they're not deep. That's a little bit of a road rash. Nothing horrible. Yep, it's gonna be one of them days. In the 50s. I want this to be as straight as possible. That's what these are for. I'm moving this a little bit. So this is straight up and down Come on. There we go. And just push it down this way around. I think moving it might help a little bit there. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, let's put this bar down. Just let this out. Wheel weights are off, yep. Alright, so now we want to pop our center cap off. I like to have my valve stem towards me with this particular machine. It's got to go through the wheel hole. Put her in here as centered as my eye as possible. I made this one to go on top. That goes in that. This goes on top. And then this top piece of plastic just keeps me from marring up the wheel that way. Again, I want to be as centered as possible. Doesn't have to be exactly centered. Bring it in my hand. Now, this machine, just make sure it's easy. You can do this on the bench. You can do it on the ground. You can bolt this to the bench if you wanted to. This just makes your life easier. Take this down. And I've got it mounted to this pallet here. You'll see I'm more towards the corner of the pallet than the middle. That just gives me all this to walk around on. Makes my life easier. Alright, this is my Nomar bar. I just got this yesterday. I got it because I was afraid that bar was going to mess up my wheels. Take a little bit of this lubricant. Put it on the end here. Spray stuff. Spray the hell out of this son of a bitch. So let's push it down. Here's the drop center. Spray the hell out of it. Now these again are 50s. So this bit of a bear. Now 40s would be harder, obviously. 30s, 35s, weird ass numbers. It's gonna be pain. Alright, so the way this works. Now I believe my tire pressure monitor is right here. But it should be fine. There's no tire pressure monitor there. You can see it. Stick this in the hole. Oh, squeezing this up. Do that. And rotate the bar. Kind of lock it in. Lift up while pulling. Hopefully, she will come off. And she did. Okay. Bar's not bad. Now, where's my tire pressure monitor? See it. I really don't see that one. I assume it has one. Let's see how the light would have gone off. Alright, so I gotta do the same thing down here. I don't know. I'm gonna ignore the monitor right now. I don't want to damage it. Down. Lift her up. Rotate it so that the rounded part is there. Lift up while pulling. And don't forget I lubricated that before. And there's a real tire. That wasn't so bad. Was it? Well, there is my tire pressure monitor. It's on there. Well, that's not supposed to be on its own. That's not supposed to be there. Interesting. That monitor is supposed to be strapped to the wheel. Interesting. Alright, let's see how this is. Not too bad. Bad at all. Get it back. Guys are still here from the engine part. Let's wipe off all this gooey, watery spray stuff. Spray stuff is great for helping get it off because it slides in there easily. This came with the stuff I'm using came with the Nomar bar. I didn't put a link in the description for that one. Amazon doesn't sell it. Just Google Nomar. You'll see they have tire machines for motorcycles, which is what their main thing is. And when you buy the bar, it comes with an extra tip, the tool to put the sidebar on, the spray bottle, and their tire lubricant, which works really good. I like this stuff. I was playing with this yesterday with a wheel from Grand Prix, just to get used to it, and I like it. I'll take a little bit of this paste, and rub it up on the bead, the whole bead surface, and the flange part, all the way down to the drop center, all the way down to here. And do the same thing on this side. And lubricate your butt over here. Now the way I took it off at the valve stem is fine, because that's going to protect that TPMS sensor. Alright. Nice and lubricated there. Alright. Still gotta lubricate the tire. Grab a new tire. Take a look at these tires. Anyone look at these? See if they're symmetrical or asymmetrical. These look symmetrical. Look symmetrical. When they're symmetrical, it means you put a line right here. It's a mirror image between the inside and the outside. Asymmetrical means if you put a line there, you'll see it's not the mirror image. It's something different. Sometimes it's got like smaller sips and dips over there, and larger sips and dips on one side, or petals on one side, or just doesn't look like a mirror image. Doesn't look exactly the same. To me, this kind of looks like a mirror image. Sure, taking as much of this sticker off as I can. When you drive it, stuff will wear off, but I don't like leaving it on there. Let's see. So there's no way I took this thing. Alright, let's see if we have anything that says outside, inside, blah, blah, blah. DOT, steel belted, temperature rated, traction wear, solar, A4S. Not mount on a 16.5-inch wheel. Alright, so these are 205 50/16s, which is what that tire was that we took off here. Yeah, so this is an asymmetrical tire. I don't see anything that says outside or front. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for either outside or front, like that other tire said. And I don't see anything that says that, so we should be good. Alright, so this one on the inside. Take some more of my goo, my vegetable base solar lubricant. Make this nice and slick, so I don't do much work getting the inside on. I can make this nice and slick. Should be able to just push this on without any problems. That's what I want. No problems. No problems breaking the bead. See how the other tire breaks. Now I'm going to move the shovel forward a little bit. That's nice and slippery. So, that I should be able to just push on. Like that, yeah. Alright. This little yellow mark right here means, hey, put my valve stem here. Now this time, I'm going to do the same thing and lubricate the bead area on the front. You can just wipe the excess off later. I'm going to do a tool review next week, the week after, for some of these tire tools, because I've just got the Nomar bar, so I'm not ready to do a tire review yet. Although I'm liking it more and more the more I use it. But the other one, which I'm going to show you guys in a second, the tire clamp, I actually love that thing. I have another one coming, the yellow one coming. Alright, this yellow mark right here means put me on the valve stem. Alright, so put the tire on. Do the same thing, I'm going to lubricate these tips up a little bit, just to make my life easier. Just the hands don't go sliding everywhere. Keep this. Now, I do it a little differently than they tell you to do it in their videos on YouTube. Just because this seems to work better for me. At least it did yesterday. Now, I may change. Who knows? This may not work for me at all. Alright, this little tool right here is a little clamp. A little tire rim clamp. And you put it on here. It's like a third hand. Just kind of put it on here. And what that'll do is that'll hold this from walking around with you. So all I need to do now is just kind of guide this through. See how that's holding it? While pushing this down into the drop center. Now I can walk over here and put my hip on this the way they want you to do this tool. And just kind of, again, make sure we're down in the drop center. You see how I'm avoiding that tire pressure sensor by having it there? That's what I said. And let's see if we can get it to walk. It's not going on easy. It is giving me some resistance. It's going easier now. Now we're past that pivot point. Boom, around. That's it. Tire's mounted. Now, you'll notice my yellow mark, my yellow bouncing mark, didn't end up where I wanted it. We can hope, because I lubricated the shit out of this thing. Turn it manually. Beer hug fashion right there. Okay. Now we just gotta pop the bead. Pop the bead, I got this. I'm gonna whip this up, and I'm not a big fan of this either. I got this one too. This was hopefully going to just blow. When I hooked this on the wheel, when you do that, I was hoping it would blow, but apparently it's not. And it just blows, so you have to actually push it on some wheels, I noticed. I got another one coming. It is free flowing is what it's called. You can see it's not doing it. It's not going in. Yeah, it's not working the way I want it to. It would work if the valve stem was in there, because the valve stem would pull on it. It's not working right, so that's why I bought this. So let me just do this. Because it's a 50, kind of new. It was going to play games. Come on. There we go. Now I'm deaf. I'm not going to stick my fingers on there. Hopefully it's seated. You know what I didn't bring with me? I didn't bring a regular tire fill gauge. I'll have to recheck it later. I'll put air in it for now, and then I'll recheck it later. When I get back outside. All the tools are. I meant to bring a tire fill gauge with me that had a gauge on it, but I don't have one with me. Alright, let's put this back over, see if it works this time. Come on. Yeah, see, with the valve stem in there, it works. Fill it up. That feels about right. Now, obviously, that's not right. I will have to check it later. But for now, it's fine. Alright, that's one. Wasn't that fun? I thought it was fun. But the important part, no damage to the wheel. That was the goal. Again, that tire mount, dismount bar is from Nomar. I'm going to let them know I'm doing this video, and I'll let them know when I do the review also, just so they can, if they like it, they can use it. If they won't, they will. I just find people like to use my videos for some reason, but they don't tell me. If I tell them ahead of time, it's okay. It's not a big deal. One of my previous videos I used to promote the Tech 2 scan tool. Balance that later. I found on a Facebook page linking directly to my account. It's always fun. Alright, same thing as before. I'm going to move the wheel weights. When you got weights on the inside and outside like this, that means it was dynamically balanced. That's when you put it on the machine and you spin it up and it balances so that it doesn't jump side to side. When you see a single wheel weight on one side, preferably the inside if you like your wheels to look clean, or stickers on the inside sometimes if you like the dynamic balance that way. You don't have the dynamic balance though. What they found, you can see some hacker did these. I got all kinds of wheel weights, multiple wheel weights on one side. It's not the way to balance the tire. You don't want your wheel to hop up and down versus side to side. If your wheel is going side to side, you got some serious issues with that wheel because it's a perfectly round wheel. Alright, so again, I don't know where the sensor is on this tire. Maybe they've all been replaced with those aftermarket ones. That's what this wheel, that other wheel had, was an aftermarket. And that's why you got to be careful. And that's why it's showing up all over the place when I was using that tool. That's why it was working better when I was in the middle. Alright, let's see if this works better Directly straight up and down. Yeah, it is. It's not popping off. At least it's releasing. But you never know. When you buy a used car, who did what to the who now? Where things are going to be. What things are going to be. That was an aftermarket sensor, I'll tell you that right now. The sensor that this is supposed to have. The sensor that this is supposed to have. Is supposed to be a single sensor mounted to the rim on a giant band, clipped in. It's supposed to be over here, not up over there. It's released enough to go around. Just with this 50 profile tire, it's not easy. I'm just trying to give it a gap. Spray my soapy solution in here, vegetable-based soapy solution, versus my dish soapy solution in that bucket there, which is what I was using for truck tires, which works fine for truck tires. But for these 50 profile car tires, I want to use the good stuff. So I went ahead and ordered the Nomar bar, not dismount bar, for 126 bucks plus shipping, because I didn't want to fuck up my wheels. Excuse my French. Again, I don't know what type of sensor this has, so I'm going to avoid everything. The sensor should be mounted. I mean, if I do it everywhere where my sensor should be mounted and I don't hit it, and I hit it, at least I tried everything I could. Now, if it's on a band and it's mounted sideways, well, I can't predict that. There we go. The rest of this around. Once you get it to pop like that, you're now just resting around the edge of the bead. So that's why I say you can walk it the rest of the way. Alright. That bar for now until again, we're going to pop the plastic center cap off. I don't know if there's anybody watching. I'll look before I shut it off. We'll look. If anybody's got a question, please comment. I will look this time before I end the live stream. This tire machine is kind of a big deal, and that all the videos I've seen for this, nobody did a live stream. Nobody does anything live stream on cars that I can find. I mean, I'm sure there might be somebody out there, just like myself, who is not well publicized, because I haven't paid YouTube to publicize me. I don't feel like I have enough relevant videos yet to do that. People find my videos for those Tech 2 scams and stuff, which I suspect I'm going to lose some subscribers when they see me working on a Ford. But for that, get over it. Not everything can be about. See what I was about to do? It's still on plastic, though. Still was on the plastic, a little clear plastic, but I just didn't care that much. This video is so done. Let's see if I have to spray it. I have to spray down the other side. I might have, I don't know. You guys can always rewind and look. I don't think I sprayed it before I put it on here. Alright, now that I've got it on here, just push this down into the drop center. That. Ooh, did that one. Start over here. If I have to, I can turn it. Should spray this one down too, right? As soon as I flip this up, I'll spray it. Where's my spray bottle? Here it is. I gotta spray this now. Fitting to spray it. Using a regular tire machine, you use that stupid wick with whatever goo you happen to be using. I should be fine. The tire sensor's over there. Go over here and do this. Because as I do this, it should lift up and over the sensor. It's there. Come on. Oh, you see that? It's dry. It's probably dry right there. Come on. Pull on it and lift at the same time. I might have to reach this. Here it goes. And I can just put my hip over here, lock it in, and help walk it around. This. Oh, see, I'm lucky there. I like the way this is riding out. Let me spray it on that backside. Gotta slow down. I'm trying to hurry here. Get as much done today as possible. Alright. Let's try this. This is kind of the way they want you to do it anyways. Watch the videos. I want you to start on this side. Shit. And I just found it harder over here. Easier at least. There we go, that's two. Alright. Got my workout for today. It's always good. Yeah, look, both cameras are still. Alright. You just want to be careful how you do these. Let's see. Okay, there's the band. There's the sensor it's supposed to have. This is what you want to avoid hitting as you do it. Now, we were fine the way we did it. This is what it's supposed to have. This type of band right here is what it's supposed to have, not that sensor that other wheel had. I mean, it's fine. It's just a universal sensor. They all work off the same frequencies. The escape out there and focus have two different sensors. This one's a black one, the other one's gray. But I can ping both on the same setting on that scan tool, which means they both use the same frequency. So most universal TPMS sensors will send out all the frequencies at the same time, versus that one where it only sends out the frequency that's supposed to be for that tire in that year. Just depends on which tool you buy. That tool is the one I use because it connects to my OTC scan tool and will allow me to program in the ones that need to be programmed in the hard way. You guys do this, you know what I'm talking about. You have to, see, that's how these are supposed to go out. What happens is when people bounce the tire while it's on, it splits this up as you bounce it. It splits it, and then when you go to peel it off, it peels off in pieces instead of as one piece. Alright. So I wipe that one down. This is the inside. Let's go ahead and view this sucker up. Do this sucker up so I can push this one on. No, I'm almost done. This is the first time I've tried mounting new tires. I've mounted used tires before with this machine. Truck tires specifically, which are nowhere near as hard as car tires, which is why I had no problem using the steel bar on those rims, steel rims. Because steel rims, who gives a crap? They're steel rims. You don't get scratched, don't get gouged, you don't have to send them out to get painted. You can just clean off the rust and paint them yourself if you want to. But aluminum rims, 50 profile nonetheless. You have to be a little careful. Alright, so where's my sensor? My sensor's right there. So, just move it around so I'm not the sensor. And all I'm doing is just massaging this on. So, there's my little yellow mark. Looks like the tire wandered that way when I did it last time, so we'll start off centered a little bit. Do the same thing. I didn't put it on the run, did I? Go to whip the rim. Right? Because this one, the last one didn't slide on anyways. Like it was supposed to when they put the goo on it. When you put the goo on it, it's supposed to slide up nice and easily and quietly. Dude, I'll just put a little extra. So. Yeah, put some underneath. What I'm gonna do now. You buy this stuff from Nomar by itself. $30-something, $30, something like that. I haven't compared it yet, but I know Amazon's got some stuff that's also the same vegetable base, mixed with water, same rust inhibitor type stuff. At least it says it. I don't know if it's the same yet. I haven't looked at it. Alright, let's put the bar on. Now, it shouldn't matter with that sensor in the middle there, because I shouldn't be anywhere near it anyways. Which is what's nice about that particular one, because being in the drop center like that, you're really not near it when you're squeezing the tire on or off. Let's get the third hand in here. That's what I like to call this thing, because it's the third hand. Put this on here, rotate it. Yeah, you see how the tire rotates with the tool, and then it kind of starts to lock up. Let's make sure we're down in the drop center. Continue to rotate, continue to rotate, continue to rotate. And boom. So bad with this bar. I like this bar. $129 for that bar. I was gonna buy the ends and try to make it. And I saw it was only $129. I said, why bother? I don't know if it's true still or not, but I know in their advertisement they said if you buy the bar, these tips are lifetime warranted. I don't know if it's still true or not. I'll have to look. If that's the case, great. Tips are only $30. If you buy just the tips. Let's see if we get this back. Wind up. Okay. Alright. Go ahead and air her up. Seat her on the rim. You can balance them. Boom. Usually they'll only snap twice. Still don't stick your fingers under there. I have had them snap twice. I mean, not snap twice, but I mean one on the bottom, one on the top. I have had them snap twice on one side. That's why you don't want to stick your fingers down there. If you stick your fingers down there, and you're in between the tire and the rim when it pops, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. Never had it happen to me. I imagine. It's like having a hammer slammed down your finger. Alright. Go ahead and air up. Again, I'm going to have to check the pressures when I get back outside. I'm near the tire pressure fill gauge. Now I'm just going to put enough to feel like it's got about 30 pounds. And again, I'm just guessing. You know how good guesses are. This is a 40. This is a 50 tire. Now what 50 means is 50% of your tread size. So the first number on the wheel, 205, means that from here to here is 205 millimeters, which is why they call these metric tires, believe it or not. Now that might not sound right, but these are metric tires. So 205 is how far it is across here. Right? How far it is across here. 50 is 50% of 205, so about 102.5 millimeters is how far this profile is. That's why this is a 50 profile, 50% profile versus a 60% profile, 70% profile, 75, blah, blah, blah. So the higher the second number, the more of a sidewall you have in height. Right? And then the last number is the size of the rim, which is 16 inches. Now, why they're called a metric tire and they have it at 16 inches? No clue. Then again, I'm not an SAE engineer who comes up with this stuff. You can see this tire does have a lot of road rash. The important part is I did not make any more marks on the wheel. As you can see, my rim is good. Now, when I was playing with this one on the Grand Prix wheel before I got this, actually literally yesterday, I literally got that yesterday, which is why I'm not ready to do a tool review on it yet. When I used this on that wheel, as it went across, it would flake the aluminum coating. This coating that they put on here, this nice coating that they put on here, would flake it off across the edges as it got tight. Then when it loosened, it was fine. And that's why you don't want to use a steel bar like this. Now, I know there's some guys that will like tape this up or melt milk bottle plastic and form it around here. That's well and good, and that's great. But I found this was a pain in the butt too. This is the one to put it on, and you put it in there like this with the tire across here. And what I found was as you turned it, it rotated, so you really couldn't hold it, which is what I like. That's what showed on this bar to me, because this bar has the handle where it comes like this, so that you can hold it flat and level as you fix it around the tire. And with the two of them, it kind of keeps it in track along the rim. So I kind of like this bar. I think for doing manual tires, first of all, you don't have to do manual tires though. If you have access to a tire machine, just stay away from the stuff. But if you have no choice, or you're like me and you got to do tires and you don't want to pay, you don't have access to. I don't even have access to a tire machine. I don't even have one. No tire balancers, no tire machines. Usually when you work in a dealership, you have access to that. Usually when you work in a school, like I have in the past, where you teach steering, suspension, and tires and stuff, you have access to that stuff. When you work in a school that doesn't teach this basic stuff, because you teach you more advanced stuff than basic stuff, we don't have a tire machine, we don't have brake blades. We don't have parts washers, we don't have anything. We have lifts, we have tools, we have some equipment. I'm not allowed to touch it. I'm not allowed to use the stuff in my own stuff. Piece of stuff. Alright, so that's it. That tire's done too. So what's left now is balancing. So what I need to do is rearrange this stuff, bring the balancer out, which is right there. Balancer's right there. Set it up and give it a shot. That's new. I haven't used that yet. As you recall, I gotta get this out of the way first, move the camera forward, stuff. Give me about 10 minutes for the next video. How's that sound? 10 minutes? 10 minutes sound good? Give me about 10 minutes for the next video. I'm gonna go get some water. I've been doing this since we started this morning. I don't even know what time it is. I'm gonna get some water, go to the bathroom, rearrange this stuff, move the pallet that way, bring the camera forward, bring the balancer out a little bit, that kind of stuff. There's a transmission from the Grand Prix. That kind of stuff. Transmission for the Grand Prix, I figured in the wintertime we could take it apart, see what's going on. There's nothing wrong with it, just figured if I give away a perfectly good transmission, I can go through it and play with it. That's what all those transmissions are for. That's a Prius transmission. It's a Prius transmission. Taking that one apart. It's a Daewoo I've had apart. Escort transmission. That's what that one is. Just some stuff to play with when it's wintertime and I'm bored and I got nothing to fix because it's snow outside. Working outside is a pain in the ass when it comes to weather. Like, it could start raining today. It still is going to rain out there. Give me about 10 minutes. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just standing here randomly now. Give me about 10 minutes and we'll go ahead and balance the tires. I'm getting ready to go back on the car. I'm not gonna throw them on the car right away. And do other stuff first, but getting ready to go back on the car. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a couple minutes if you're still watching. Oh wait, I said I was gonna look to see if there's any questions. Any questions? Anybody commenting? Yes. Yes, I will be. Grits, I will be balancing the wheels next. Give me about 10 minutes if you're still on. I'm gonna be static balancing. Yes. Grits, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I will be balancing them. Give me about 10 minutes. I'm going to go get some water and move some stuff around, all right? Thanks a lot. See you in about 10 minutes.